Hey everybody, and welcome back to Satisfactory. In this one, I'm going to continue. I need to get. I'm going to continue on copper. Haha. Gray moment. Which is this bank right here. That's part of it. The other part is downstairs, down here. Now, from the last time that I played, I created all of this. This whole row, it goes all the way down. And then I created this other part over here. Now, in there, I put the beginnings of a power plant down. Zoop, zoop, zoop. The beginning of that power plant, I tried not to do a whole lot of work in there, just because there's building to be shown and whatnot. But that's the old, and I got rid of all the rest of it, but that's the old limestone for making concrete. So seeing as how I'm down to now 800 concrete total in the whole entire place, I have no other concrete. Yeah, I'm gonna, well, look at all the foundations I put in though. But I did get 90% of the power in. I mean, there's a couple things that I need to put in. I got the beginnings of a round building, but I just put in kind of, well, basically a big cross. In which case I'll be showing you how I'm going to do a round building. This is going to be the water tower. I'm going to feed my power station with a water tower. Okay, so for today's episode, I have two main problems. One is power. I'm only consuming about 675 to upwards up to 800. I do have a production of 1,800 right now, so I got 1,000. But if the whole place happens to go haywire and I blow a circuit, my max consumption right now is 3,200. That is a problem. I mean, my capacity is 2,200. That's as much as this place will pump out. But my max consumption is 3,200. I'll never get the place going again. One of my issues is that I have two lines of copper running so far. I have to get 4 more lines of copper, which means 2 more banks. And this is where they're going to go. It's right in here. So that's part of the process for today. And then from there, the plan is to probably drag it all into this quadrant. Okay. And then mix it, right? Put it through a balancing system. And then put it upstairs into probably this quadrant right here. And start to mix it up. I already have some working up here. I built it on the last show. This right here. And so I'm either going to kitty corner, like put it on just across the road, and I'll have more running in here. And then I'm going to have to do the same thing. I'm going to have to mix all that up. So that's sort of the plan today. So, I built this whole, I haven't powered it up yet, but I built the whole thing and I put it in and everything's looking good. And then I came to the middle and I realized that I put it too close together. Haha! So I thought I'd show you how I'm going to get my, my arse out of this. Okay, everybody, I got a fancy new tool and I'm going to explain why I'm in a bit of a conundrum here. So, the reason why I go 3s and I tried to make sure everything is equalized is because in this situation, I'm going to be bringing 3 lines out of this into a merger. Now, this is no big deal, okay, because this, if you were to count this as 1, I'm lousy at this, 1, 2, and 3. Yeah, there we go. So what ends up happening inside the merger is it's belt 1, belt 2, belt 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. And then that spits out these regularly as 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Okay, so that works out just fine. Now here's where my problem comes in. okay, is that now we're down and we're bringing this belt down and we're bringing that belt into there, into another merger, and then bringing that into another. Let's just say I did it this way. Okay. So now I'm going to write this one as number 1, and this one is number 2, and this one is number 3. Now, each one of these is 30, so that's 90, 90, and 90. Okay, which ends up, well, if we got 90, 90, oh yeah, this is working well, and 90. Okay, come on. I got this pen to explain myself. Okay, so, I mean, all 3 of those, we're looking at a solid belt at 270. Okay, now here's where the problem comes in. So, on this merger right here, that's sitting up in the air that I haven't put up there yet, we're going to have 90 and 90, and each one of those is going to go number 1, number 2, number 1, number 2, number 1, number 2, okay, into that merger, and that's going to spit down this line, which we're going to now call number 4 at 180. Oh, getting better. At 180 per minute. Okay, no problem. I haven't overloaded the belt, but now we get to this merger. Now we have an issue. Because now we're going to go number 4, number 3, number 4, number 3, number 4, number 3. Now what's going to happen is that this is going to pull 135 per minute out of here, which isn't going to happen, right? Because we're only pushing 90 per minute. And it's going to try to pull only like 1 from here, 1 from number 4, 1 from number 3, 1 from number 4. So now, if I overstress the system, it's fine. Seriously, it's fine. Because now we're going to get 2 from here and 1 from here. 2 from there, 1 from there, 2. And that's how it's going to work. And every once in a while, it's going to mess up. You know what I mean? It's going to mix up, and sometimes it's going to push more, and sometimes it's going to push less. Not cool. Okay. In the long run, not cool. Later on down the road, when the belts get leveled up. So you see, this is why I have always pulled equally at the outer end of these. Okay. So when it comes right down to it, and we'll just clear all that off. Okay. Which is why I've always pulled one belt, made sure it has 270. That goes into there nice and equally, spreading it equally into the, and then those spread equally. Yeah, that's why I've always done it that way. So I have an issue, and I'm contemplating what I'm going to do about it. Because I don't really want to move. I could make these half and then move this over by half, and that could move the whole thing. Yeah, but half would do it, I guess. That would still just not be nice. So I'm going to do some fancy belting. How does that? And you know, I don't know about you, but I just do not like clipping at all. I got a pet peeve about it. Yeah. It's not horrible. Yeah, it's not horrible. Ah, it's much better. That makes me feel much better. Okay. So that can go up to there. Like so. Okay. Now how's this going to work for the other side? Oops. So that is right above. About there. Yeah, that's kind of equal. Okay, that works. And then that one comes down to there. That one goes there. Okay, so I've still kept my my structure I like. Meaning I got 3 belts going into, but now... Yeah, I was wondering whether I was going to run into that. So let's put... clip. Huge clipping. Ugh. Ugh. Okay. That's looking good. I can deal with that. A little clippy there, not much. Okay, we're good. Okay. And then we'll just repeat the process. Now here's where the fun comes in. As if this wasn't fun already. This is where the fun comes in. Are we clipping? We are not. Okay, cool. So we can do the same thing here. That comes out and down. And whoop. That one comes out and down. And there we go. Okay, I mean, it's a little spaghetti-ish. It's just starting to border on some spaghetti. Yeah, no doubt. But I got a little too close. But I didn't want to redo the whole thing. I was just, yeah, no thanks. Okay. Now that one. Should be there. And then this one will go, we'll go for what? Oh. Now, it probably would have worked. Just to be honest with you, that probably would have worked just fine without me having to get rid of the whole thing that I had there. But, yeah, you know, I just... So now I can probably aim this one just as good. Two. Okay, there we go. And that should work just fine. I have to do the power up, but I wasn't too worried about that. Okay, so one of you up in the corner. And corner. And then I want... Okay, so now she's all hooked up. The center's all done. Everything's going upstairs. A little, like I said, a little spaghetti, a little bit. But I still get my nice, even 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3 what happening with all the splitters and everything else and the joiner or the mergers in there. And then now the power's hooked up. So that's all happening. I think I might cross that over to there. I do like redundant power. I have deleted my power at times. You know, just arbitrarily you're pointing over something and then you end up deleting a power line. Yeah, it ends up being quite the hassle. This way you can do it, mix up, and then, no, it doesn't really matter. Okay, so, inbound copper should be down. Did I put it down or did I go up with it? Good question. I went down right here. Okay. I thought I went down with it. Oh, yeah. Of course. Now. Uh-huh. So I need 2 lines over there. Let's, how's this going to work for spacing? Yuck. Let's try to aim that a little better, eh? That's much better. And then that ought to work. And that ought to work. Alrighty. So that's looking good. It's all nice and straight. Nice looking. So now we got 2 of these lines, and I won't have to mess with either one of them, but I'm going to have to scoot this out of the way. But the other 2 are over here. So let's go, it's nice even. Let's go about here. Do that. Do that. Then you can go back up. And yeah, that'll be enough. Okay, so okay. That'll work just ducky. Now, that one comes this way. That one goes that way. And both of those can go that way. Let's go right from sometimes the tool doesn't work and it's, you know what I mean, it messes it up. So sometimes you have to put the hanger up and then work it in afterwards. I'm not going to call that an error. It's just a bit of tweaking on the part of the devs, which is fine. That's minor potatoes compared to all the things they're fighting with right now. Okay, so now you go up top, and you know what? We're going to drop you down by 2. That way you're nice and straight. Yeah, that's looking really good. Okay. So now that should be, yep, the copper's running. And then this, let's go figure out this. Because this will be about the same thing. Let's plug that in and plug that in. And then 1, 2. Yes, that looks pretty good. So we need to be 1, 2. Oh. 1, 2. That works just fine. Plug another hanger. And there we go. Now we need to go below the crystal line. So let's get this all looking nice and straight. We'll go a little more than half. And we'll put better if I'm on this side. So we'll go there. There, and there. There. And then, yeah, probably half a foundation ought to work. So now this is how this is going to go. Okay. You'll notice I'm paying attention to the way my belts are running. I don't know whether you notice that. So I'm looking for green or orange when it shows the... Let's do this one. Notice how those arrows are green? Okay, well, even at a distance, when I may or may not be able to see exactly which way those arrows are pointing, I can always seem to be able to tell whether it's orange or green. So here's orange. All right, so I know my belt is going in the proper way. Yes, nice and straight. There we go. Okay. So now you can't afford. Haha. Need more materials. Now the only problem with a factory this big is the fact that it takes a long time to go back to your... Yeah, no doubt, eh? I did get the cart, though. I did add that in from the last... Oh, and... okay, so... a bit of news. I started to run this on a dedicated server. I did it for the lag. I don't know whether you noticed, but I have not felt even an inkling of lag. No lost frames, no nothing, no jerkiness. Here's the problem. Dedicated servers aren't supposed to be able to run experimental branch right now. Well, notice this is the experimental build, and I'm on a dedicated server. Okay, and it's my own dedicated server. Seeing as how I upped my wife's computer, I, of course, turned her old computer into my server. It's working just fine. There is a fix for running dedicated servers and for being able to update them, because otherwise they normally it's a bit of a hassle to update them. If anyone's really interested in how to run a dedicated server in Experimental Branch, I'll see if I can't find the post that I read. I just went online and started searching, and I found a fix. Guy wrote basically a line of code for getting onto and updating the server. Now, does this make this maybe touch and go as to whether this is going to survive through maybe an update? Yep, it does. So I've made a backup of my save, of course, and I did all the precautions. And I might be toasting myself. I don't know, but I'm going to take regular copies of my save, and I'm going to keep that, and I'm going to work from there, and I'm going to see how this pans out for me. Fingers crossed, right? I'm working, hoping for the best here. But because my new machine is now recording in 4K, I noticed that running the factory, I would run into the odd issue. Wasn't horrible, but it was the odd issue. And so I thought I'd try this and see if I couldn't work it this way. And if it doesn't work, then it doesn't work, right? Oh well, I tried it. It didn't go. Basically throw it against the wall and see if it sticks, right? So I'm going to give this a shot and see if... you know what? I want these running in the same... So it'd be there. 1, 2. Did I aim that right? Oh, go on. Yes, nice and straight. Okay. We're going to come down here. Now, I got to go upstairs and figure out whether that came through right or not. There is an issue with multiplayer dedicated servers where things are backwards, where belts are not running properly. Okay, everything's looking pretty good up there. We are getting none. Zip, zippil, zilch. Okay, let's... Oh, wait. There we go. I see it moving. I seen that. There we go. Okay. So everything's going good. Go to the middle. Those are looking good. Yeah. Wait for this to back up and make sure. What I do is, and I've done this on every build, so I'll come out here and I'll just make sure the belts are full. If the belts are full, things are running. Right, like before I go connecting up the far end upstairs, if the belts are all full, now you got to make sure each individual belt is full, of course. Which means dancing around your stuff. But once you do your final check, you're probably pretty good. See, I got an issue here. Oh, almost didn't make that. Okay, now that's going. Now that's going. And that filled up. Okay, now we're looking good. So it's going out the center just fine. Oh, it's... How did I get that? 7, conveyor splitter. So how did I get a smart splitter? Conveyor splitter. Smart splitter. Well, that would be the issue, wouldn't it? I could have probably kept it and just set up the smart splitter, but I'd rather not. Oops. Well, how did I get a smart splitter in there, I wonder? So that wasn't a problem with the game or the dedicated or nothing. That was just me being an idiot. Okay, no problem. Ah, come on, get up there. There we go. Okay. So now we're doing good. Now we're doing good. Okay, okay, okay. Running, running, running. Okay, let's... all the way down. Okay. Running, running, and running. Everything's all full. Okay, that's what I wanted to see. Alrighty, so... now... we logistically run it over to here. So that's what this is going to be. We are going to... oh, by the way, another thing. I worked on some more blueprints. So I split up single production and double production, meaning that now I have assembler recipes. And it's 3 assemblers again. So it's doing the different production is all. And then, of course, I got all my single production stuff, all the single smelters. In double, I only got steel still, but I have a generic in there because later on down the line, I might use this setup for aluminum. And then I got what's called a precinct setup. I'll show you that in just... give me a minute. Give me a minute. Okay, yeah, I was going to do a blueprint, and I have balancer still, and this is the 6 in, 6 out. So, okay, so I do want a bit of space between this first one and we'll go there. Okay, so that should come down there now. And then these can run the same way. It's just 2 spaces away. 1, 2. Now, I probably could have brought these in at an angle, and what that would have done is allowed me to walk in between here, like on this one. Okay, but I mean, it's really not that. I mean, come on, it's 2 foundations worth. So I'm not going to worry about being able to walk underneath something at 2 foundations. Like, that's why this is all raised. Okay, so that I'm not fighting myself with belts along the ground and having to scoop myself underneath it all the time. That's basically, that's it. That's my whole reason and purpose for doing that. So those are screws. This is copper. So I got those 2 coming out there. I got those 2 and those 2. Okay. No, so I'm going up to it nice and even and then coming back down. Okay. That's those 2. And they will run to there just fine. Once again, nice and straight. So now I need 3 and 4. You know what? We're going to do all of them here. Doesn't really interrupt any of my roads. Ah, yes it does. Customize your materials. Asphalt. I messed up. He says. Well, that's gonna run right into my road. Okay. So the bottom 2 are gone. Yeah, so that one can be equal. Oops. Come on. Okay. Yeah, that one should be lower, shouldn't it? Yeah, no doubt. Okay. Doing good. Okay. it's all looking spicy. And how do we want to take them out? Just go right back up. You know what? I think I want to turn them and take them out that direction. That way they're a little ways away from there. Just so there's not as much fighting. Because remember, the last two lines come in from the ceiling, so that'll be out of the way of that. That leaves more room down here for if I get more copper and I run it into the same place, like the same set of balancers, then I can turn it and then come back and around a couple of times and still be able to come out through the ceiling here. Might work. Might work. I don't know. Okay. Now... clipping. What's it clipping into? Okay, I got all the room in the world over here. That's what I thought. So what am I clipping into? Oh, maybe it's because it's half a foundation. Haha. Okay. Cool. Oops. Okay, so checking my... these are all wire. Checking my end game. My calculations. I need around 3,000 wire, if not more. Which means 100 of these machines. So, well, that's... Haha. Glad I looked. Okay. That's looking a whole lot better. Alrighty. Woohoo! And up we go. So that's 27 out of 106. Wow. Keep running out of stuff. 165, 150, 50. Yeah, okay, one for the... I need some... stack of that. Let's get rid of you. Whoops, not you. You and you. Okay, we're looking good. Getting really low on that cement. Yeah. I'm gonna have to do something about that. Three, four, yeah, okay, let's, one more. 500, oh, okay. You can go. Okay. A little faster. Now, we were here. Okay. There we go. Oh, what a beautiful sight. Goes down as ore, comes back up as ingots. Woohoo! All the lines are running. Everybody's happy. Okay. So now these need to go into wire makers. to build wire. But I have an issue, and that'll be for another day. I got done what I wanted to get done today, which was wire. Cable will be another day, but I've now run out of cement. My entire factory has no cement. So I'm going to have to do cement. That'll have to be the next one. I have no choice. Now, I mean, all I did, just so everybody knows, is I built right to what I usually try to, at least in this series anyways. That's limestone coming up. Is to build so that the power's in all around. So now my power... Yeah, 3,500 max. My consumption's at 11. Yeah, it's gone up by, what, a couple hundred? With all those. Yeah. Now, of course, all that's going to slow down a bit, right? Until the factory gets... But now I need power and I need concrete. No ifs, ands, buts, or maybes. Wire's going to have to wait. I have enough wire sitting in a box that I'm okay. But I need to get the power set up down here. This is all going to be coal power generation. Water tower to serve all the water for all of this. Yeah. Okay, that's for another show. Thanks for dropping by. Thanks for joining me for this episode and this journey of monstrously building huge factory. Yes, it's turned into... I mean, I never said or didn't say, but yeah, it was always the plan to build a mega factory. That was always the plan. Excuse me. That was always. That's where I was going. 6. Not very many. But, yeah. Thanks for joining me for this episode. If you like, subscribe, push the like button, all the rest of that fun stuff. And leave me comments in the comment section. Please. Let me know whether this is, I don't know, your flavor or not. I don't know. It's definitely not for everyone to build this. This is huge. This is a very, very large undertaking. It's taken quite a bit of planning on my part to get this all planned out. I'm a little bummed out about the signs. You know what I mean? I'm just, but I get it. I'm doing something I probably shouldn't be, or that you're not supposed to be. So, but anyways, thanks a lot. We'll see you in the next one.